How you doing? My name is Steve Meyer, and thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. If you want to create a portrait like this, just keep tuned in. There's basically three things that a lot of people ask me about my shoots. They ask for location, they ask for the lighting information, and they asked, how did I do that? So today, I want to demonstrate how I created this picture. Right now I'm in my studio. I'm waiting for Allison Sharp to show up. She's going to be my subject for today. And I will walk you through the entire process of how I created the image, how I edited in Lightroom, and a little bit of Photoshop. So the first thing that I had to do was take my studio and I had to black it out, which was a little more difficult. I've got my main wall behind me here that's painted black because I like to do more of the moody stuff. The rest of it and the ceiling is white. I've got windows over here, I've got a door over here. So basically I took a black backdrop and put it across here to create an isolation room. Basically created a pretty dark environment. The tool that I will be using is a fiber optic brush, and turn that on. As you can see, just the points are red, and I will be brushing that over her, and we'll see how it turns out. Allison has gone home, so now it's time to throw the images on the computer and have a look at them. There's one image in particular that looked really good in the back of the camera, and it looks good on the computer too, and that happened to be Allison's favorite, so we're gonna edit that one up first. I like to get them something today, something that they are excited about to shoot, something that they'll share right away. So this is the image. I have it loaded up in Lightroom already, and let's get into the editing process. Okay, so this is one of the images that Alice and I captured during our shoot. Overall, it's a good thing. You see a little bit of light trails here. We'll take care of that. Overall, the impression is that it is a bit overexposed to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to worry about the exposure yet. I'm going to drag the highlights down, maybe, I'm going to take it a little dark, so maybe in that area. I want to bring the shadows down because I'm going for dark and moody. That's the what I like. Let's go, yeah, right in there. Should be good. So, really love contrast, especially images like this. So we're going to take this pretty high. It's getting a little hard to see. So let me take the exposure up. Okay, so probably right in that area right now. Contrast, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, we'll take the contrast up, then we're going to move on down the line here. Whites, we're okay with the whites. Blacks, I want to take the blacks down. I don't want to crush them completely, but let's take them down a bit. That should be good. We have all this detail here. I want to pull that detail out, so I'm going to kick the texture up. So probably right in there would be good. So let's see it before and after. So this is where we're at. You can see the difference. I definitely have to take care of this highlight. We'll do that in Photoshop, a whole lot easier. You can see the difference with just those few changes I made here in Lightroom. Lightroom I use for basically the global adjustments. Let's go back to our full image here. I'm going to make the reds a little bit redder. I'm going to mess with the color temperature here a little bit. Let's see. Okay, it's making the shadows a little bit darker. I like that. Let's see what happens if we bump it. No, that's too much. So let's bring it back down. 45, 83. I think that looks good right in that area. Again, the image is dark, and that's what I'm going for, is that dark image. We're going to pump it just a little bit. I'm still seeing a little bit of the light trailing in the background here. So let's go ahead and open a brush, the new masking brush in Lightroom. Click that, select brush, and then make whatever adjustments you want. So we're going to zero these things out. I think I will we'll keep the exposure the same. I'm just gonna smash the blacks a little bit more. Let's take it way down. Let's take it way down. I can always bring it back up afterwards. Let's take it around 60. Large, soft brush where you kill those blacks in the background. There we go. See it disappearing. Okay. So that looks pretty good. There's a few spots on here I don't like, so let's click done here. This spot here is distracting to me. We have to crop still, so let's hit the crop. I always crop 4x5, 8x10. Fits into social media really well. I don't like seeing a little bit of the top here, so we're gonna crop it right in there. Bring it here. The eyes are almost at that third. We're gonna shift her slightly this way for better composition. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I like that because we're flowing that way. Okay, so that looks good. We have a little bit of skin cleanup to do down here. Simple to do in Lightroom. I always make sure Lightroom does grab from the right spot. This kind of stuff, I'm not gonna worry about. We have this, I don't know if that's normally on her. All right, let's change our zoom, 66, let's go to 50. Have a look around here. Do we see any stray stuff? Maybe a little brush in there to kill that. So you can do keyboard shortcut K. That's gonna bring up your brush. We don't want a new brush, we're gonna use the old brush, so just click on that. We're back to negative black. And I wanna go in here, let's make the brush a little bit smaller. Just like that. Okay, so that's done there. So the only thing I see that we need to do now is to fix that. A couple ways to take it into Photoshop. You can do photo, edit in Adobe Photoshop, or you can also use shortcut Control E. We're just going to click it, give it a few moments to take over into Photoshop. Okay, so here we are in Photoshop. Always duplicate your layer, your background layer. You can do it the way I did there, or you can do Control J. Hundreds of ways to do everything, and I always turn that one off, so this is the only active layer. So I'm working non-destructively, so this image will stay. If I decide to quit, we're good. So let's go in on this spot. A couple ways to fix that. Let's try simple patch tool. Let's grab this whole thing and pull it over here and see how it matches up. Not good. Control Z, Control D. The other thing you can do, let's do the healing brush. Make the brush a little bit larger and steal from here. And that actually looks pretty good. It's a little more highlights there, so let's grab from another part. And I think we look good. I did a pretty good job. Zoom out, you see it a little bit. You see a little bit of the lightness in the shadow there. So I am going to go to my color mixer brush, like that, just that size, and push these shadows over that little bit of highlight I created. You don't want to do it too much because it does blur the image. So let's zoom out, and looks pretty good. I see a little bit of darkness in there I don't want to see, so we're gonna push the lightness down into that, and boom. There we have it. Simple as that. This is the image. So we're gonna do Control S, which is gonna save it back into Lightroom. So here is the newly edited. Let's compare it to this one. Okay, so this is reference, and this is non-reference. So you can see the cleanup there. versus that. Cleaned up pretty good. So this image to me is good to go. My workflow is very simple, it's very quick, and I think it's very efficient. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments about it, I would really love to hear it from you. I'm going to be sending this image out to Allison real soon, and hopefully she enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something about it, and the main thing I want you to get from it is to go out there and be creative, create your own stuff, play with light. This is going to be a more often thing for me to do. So please, in the comments below, let me know what you want to see, what you want me to do, what you want me to demonstrate. I'll gladly do it. And don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.